Hello and welcome to today's episode of Filling the Gap, your one-stop shop for Pacers Gap Year coverage. I'm your host, Andrew Schreiner, and today we are back after a 2-week hiatus, which saw the Pacers set a franchise record, unfortunately, for consecutive losses at 13. My apologies for being gone so long. I believe I mentioned it in the previous video, but I was traveling in India and then needed a couple days to recover from said travel. There were a few tiny moments where I thought maybe I could do an episode, but I needed all the time I could to rest up and be ready for the rest of the trip. So it was a great time, but now I am back in real life, back in the real world, and the Pacers are back in the win column. So I'm going to cover why the Pacers have been so bad, especially lately. I mean, all season they've not been great, but things that are going wrong during their losing streak. I'll cover that in the next video, but today is a day of celebration because the Pacers finally got their 7th win, and more importantly, this was Rick Carlisle's 1,000th win of his coaching career. So I've been planning to do this since they got to 999, an episode just documenting his career a little bit, hitting some of those highlights and celebrating a Pacers and NBA legend. So first, how did it happen? How did he get the 1,000th win? Well, the Pacers were playing the Hornets on their second night of a back-to-back. Siakam came out really strong. He's been showing a lot of great leadership, great resilience. It has not been his fault the Pacers have had this string. He's playing at an all-star level. He won't be an all-star, I don't think, because the Pacers are just so bad. But he's certainly producing at an all-star level. He scored 15 in the first quarter and 30 on the night. TJ McConnell then took over in the second half. He scored 23 points for the game, along with his 8 assists. And he's playing bigger minutes and a bigger role in Andrew Nembhard's absence. He's dealing with a back injury. Quentin Jackson actually started. TJ McConnell still playing off the bench. And he played pretty well as well. But McConnell was key. Siakam and McConnell teamed up late to seal the win in what was really a dogfight. It was a great game for the neutral fan and for the Pacers fan. Siakam scored a tough driving layup late in the game to make it 113-112. And then TJ McConnell pulled a McConnell. He stole the inbounds pass, which is got to be one of the tougher ways to lose a game as for the Hornets. He passed it out. Eventually, Ben Shepherd goes to the free throw line. He makes one to make it 114-112, and the Pacers get a stop on the other end to finally slow their free fall to the bottom of the NBA standings and get Rick Carlisle's 1,000th career win. So it was a great game. They overcame an excellent performance from LaMelo Ball, who actually came off the bench to score 30, and beat a decent team, actually. The Hornets are not certainly the upper echelon of the NBA, but I think they have a lot of young talent. I think Con Knipple is going to be a heck of a player as he matures and develops. And for the Pacers, any win is a good win right now. So anyways, like I said, I want to do a little Rick Carlisle career overview just to celebrate this major accomplishment for him. So his career numbers, he's the 11th coach to reach 1,000 career wins. To be only one of 11 to accomplish anything in this historic game is something to be noted, something to be praised. Breakdown of those wins, he had 100 with Detroit, 50 in each of his first 2 seasons, and these numbers are courtesy of Pacers.com. Thank you to them. Then he won 555 games with Dallas, and then 345 wins in his 2 stints with the Pacers. So he was Detroit, Indiana, Dallas, Indiana again. And in his 24 seasons, this is his 24th, he has, and we can kind of assume he's not going to add to any of these titles this year, or totals this year. He has 16 playoff appearances, 5 conference finals appearances, 2 NBA finals appearances, and 1 NBA championship. My personal favorite NBA championship, since the Pacers haven't won one, seeing the Mavericks beat the Heat in that first year of the Big Three in Miami was one of my favorite neutral childhood sporting memories. I don't think I've ever rooted harder against a team than those LeBron James Miami Heat teams. And he is now, Rick Carlisle, back to Rick here, he's one of the most respected and beloved figures in the game. It was great. The Pacers put together a congratulations video tribute that was really, really cool to see, just the people who respect him and love him. And it's been nice to see as well, over the last few years, he's finally received, I think, the level of appreciation he deserves during the Pacers' last 2 playoff runs. I think people have always known he's a good coach, even a great coach. I think people are finally recognizing that he is a historically great coach, one of, if not the best coaches in the league, all the way back at the beginning of this season and this podcast series. I mentioned I saw some coaching rankings, which, those don't actually mean anything, but so I saw several people listing Rick Carlisle as the best coach in the NBA, and it's been good to see him get his flowers. So congratulations, Rick Carlisle. Congratulations to the Pacers for finally breaking the snide. And next up, the Pacers will look to build some momentum. Maybe they can even start a winning streak with a home matchup against the Miami Heat, who trounced them 142-116 in their first matchup. That was in the middle of the losing stretch. That was game 7, I believe, and was the defensive, it may have been 8, it was the defensive low point, the nadir, if you will. And so the Pacers will surely be looking to bounce back and show a better effort for the home fans on that end of the floor on Saturday. So thank you for watching today's episode. Be sure to like this video, subscribe, share it with a friend. Subscribe so you don't miss the next one. Maybe turn on notifications. Where I promise, the next video, I promise I will be sure to talk about why the Pacers have been so bad over their last now 14 games. We'll see you next time.